Welcome back to the Mini Machine Shop again. I'm Dave. Well, today is going to be another hot day. As I could already tell, it's what, 12 o'clock, and it was humid. It was all out in the garage here. I'm starting to sweat, so forget that. The air conditioner is back in the garage doorway. Particle board is sealing up the rest of it. I'm nice and cool in here, so you're probably going to hear the air conditioning cycle again. So I was going to do a different video today, but I'll tell you what happened. So I've got a whole bunch of things here on the bench that I just want to talk about, and so I'm probably going to just call this the Discovery Day. Bunch of items that I've just discovered over time that people may or may not know about, and could help out or spring an idea. So let me move the camera over and bring it in. Alright, hopefully that's a good position for the camera. Well, I was going to do a video putting this guy on, which is the little button that the strap goes over. But when I was looking at this morning, I'm trying to figure out where it's center, and there's a seam here and a seam down the middle, which is the middle of it, and then I'm saying, well, if I put it on the seam, then I'm off center with that, and I started measuring this, and this guy's mounted way off center. So I told my wife about it, and evidently this ukulele is guaranteed for life. Can you read it? Oscar Schmidt or something like that. So she's contacted the company, and we sent some pictures of how it's built wrong, and we're still waiting to hear from them, but they should said if she had the original receipt for it, that she could just go in the store and swap it out. So I think she's going to get a new ukulele. Alright, so that's on hold. That's what I was going to show you. Put this over here. The trick on how I get that thing in there, the screw inside. Alright, next up, chip brushes. I always see on YouTube people are using this one particular chip brush, and I'm going, well, what? It's a paintbrush. So I go to the 99-cent store and I just buy these in bulk or whatever, and I use them to clean out the T-slots and the end mill and stuff. But in no time at all, this thing just mushrooms out, and it's a total mess, and then you're going to throw it away and get another one. But when I was down, I mentioned Red Out Plastics. I go down there often enough to look in their junk bin, their scrap bin, that they sell stuff by the pound. There's a lot of stuff too, and you get. Yeah, they sell it by the pound, $1 or something like a pound. So I stock up quite a bit of plastic, Delrin, different things. But I'm down there buying the little plastic bottles that I saw on their website, and hanging up there, I couldn't believe it, is this chip brush. I mean, this is the exact same thing that everybody's using, and it was like 57 cents, so I bought a few of them. And then, not too long ago, I was over at Fastenal picking up an order, and then I see they had the same thing, and it actually says chip brush on it, which amazed me, and they wanted like $4 or $5 for it. It's like, next. But even further, all of a sudden I'm at Home Depot, and they've got a whole bunch of them sitting there. They don't say chip brush, but they're all the same thing. And one of the kicks is too, I'm looking at this going, okay, this is made in Indonesia, this is made in Indonesia, why is this one made in China? Same thing, Home Depot. And they were like 50, 30 cents, something crazy. So there it is for chip brushes, and I've been using them forever now. And they just don't seem to wear out or mess up. This is the one from the end mill. Actually, it's at an angle a bit here, so I guess it is wearing out on the tip. But that's my 2 cents worth on chip brushes, and where you can get them cheaply. Go to Home Depot. Now, the magic stuff. What is it? Nobody left a comment, so I'm not sure if anybody cares or knows what it is. But I went to the Del Mar Fair one time, and they had this booth, and this guy was cleaning stuff up. And it's called Slits. This is the whole can of it. Here, I get it open. Oh, Slits. I bought a little tube of it. It was kind of pricey, like $10 for the tube, but I guess it's the Del Mar fare. And it's a great stuff. It polishes everything. Because I've got a lot of brass decorations in the house and different things, and you just can't get it really clean. Let me open the can up. I gotta get a better container for that screwdriver. Here we go. But it worked so good that I went on Amazon and I go, oh wow, there it is. And I think it was like $30 for the whole quart. And this is going to last me a lifetime because you don't use that much of it at all. But I just dab it in there. I'm going to show you a little bit here. Look at that. That is crazy. I'm kind of weird too sometimes because I'll just take all the house keys and stuff. There it is. Bring it up and closer. I mean, it just shines everything really quick. But I'll clean up all brass house keys, all the decorations in the house, a lot of different things. You can even use it on jewelry, rings, that kind of stuff. It's just neat stuff. So Slits, if you can find it, I definitely recommend getting it because that's what I use to shine up that aluminum and steel. So that's that stuff. Gloves. I don't think a lot of people know where to get gloves. I mean, I didn't even know. My wife gets these things, they're Kirkland brand. My wife gets them at Costco of all places. Yeah, they're really nice for working with because they do a number of things. You start working on some of the greasy stuff, cars, this, that, and the grease gets down in your fingers and you can't even wash it out, so you look terrible like a mechanic for a few days. But go to Costco. I went there to find these guys and they come in pairs. You get 2 boxes of it. And the way they package them, it's kind of disguised. You can't really see it right off the bat. It's over by the vitamins and stuff. And I love their descriptions too. Latex free, powder free, textured fingertips. There's no textured fingertips here. This is just plain. So I don't understand that. It also says single use only. So you can't wear these twice. Right, next. While I'm on the subject of gloves, one year I went to Home Depot to pick up our Christmas tree and I forgot my gloves. And I hate getting the sap and sticky junk all over your hands, so I quickly ran into Home Depot. And hanging on the end of one of the aisles was these Gorilla Gloves. They were like $2. I said, okay, perfect, that'll do it. It's got rubber bottom and cloth top, and boy, these are the nicest gloves I have ever had because I'm always used to using the leather gloves and your hands sweat, get hot, but these are great. And I noticed my neighbor one time was doing some work and I said, you know, you really should wear some gloves. So I gave him a set. I had an extra pair. Next day he comes over and he says, those are without a doubt the nicest gloves I've ever had, so here. He gives me a whole pack of 5. Says, thank you for introducing me to the gloves. Like, okay, fine. Alright, the next one, I apologize in advance, this is going to be kind of gross, but I am a cigarette smoker, and at one time years ago, I guess e-cigarettes were just starting, and I said, well, let me get one of them and see what it does, and I managed to find some juice that was 0 nicotine. So it worked great. It was working for quite a while, but the cartridges, the element that actually, you know, you put the juice in here and this cotton junk and the heating elements down in here, that kept burning up. The batteries were pretty good because you just unscrew it and you screw it in an adapter and it plugs into a USB port and charges and you get 2 batteries. But this was getting pricey and getting ridiculous, so I gave it up. And that was a few years ago. And then I was on Amazon and I stumbled across this thing called Nick Out. And I'm wondering, you know, well, yeah, it's cheap. Let me buy 1 box. What do they give you? I think they give you 30 filters in a box. And it's like $1 a box. So I sent for it and it came. And some of them, I need a screwdriver here. Most of them, when they arrive in the box, the little filter guy fell out, and so the boxes got those and that. So me being cheap, I didn't want to waste any of them, so I made a nice little device here that I can reseat all the ones that fell apart during shipping. Perfect. So these were nice. These were nice, but I was shocked because the box says that you're only supposed to use one filter for every 5 cigarettes. Well, this is what it looks like after 5 cigarettes. I mean, it is nasty, nasty in there. Tar, nicotine, whatever. And being the cheap guy that I am, I figured, let me clean them out because I can reseat them. So when I opened it up, yeah, just push it out this way. Yes. Look at it all. I mean, this is nasty stuff. And to try to clean this, I discovered real quickly it's pretty much so impossible. I tried water, no, doesn't dissolve it. Windex, no. Acetone, gasoline, paint remover. I mean, I threw everything at it and nothing dissolves this garbage. And I'm thinking, after 30 years of smoking, how is my body dealing with this stuff? I should be coughing up garbage left and right. But so for those who smoke and you don't want all this stuff in your body, nick out. It's the only way to go. So like I said, I apologize for that, but I bet you, I know this is going to reach some smokers, and when you see this stuff, you're going to go buy it. I buy 10 boxes at a time for $16 off Amazon. So, nick out. Now, for all the gun people out there, I'll get rid of that. I was making mounts for lasers and different sights and stuff like that, custom ones for each thing, and then I realized, you know, hey, dummy, why don't you just make your own Weaver mounts and stick them on there? So these are a couple of them. These are rejects as I blew some of the angles and stuff like that. But you can make a lot of neat things for your guns with it. I custom made one mount to go on my BB gun. Can you see that? Oh, I was in the light. Yeah. So there, a miniature Weaver mount, because this is a smaller Weaver. And I got the laser mounted on it, and I can go out in the backyard and pop snails left and right. A lot of people come over and they say, you know, they've got a big snail problem. What do I do about it? And I say, I shoot them. And he's just going to look at me like, huh? So, yeah, it's really accurate. It's nice. I get 9 out of 10. And the one that I missed, because it's not really a precision BB gun, so it all of a sudden just throws out a wild shot. So, have fun making some gun stuff with that. The other thing is, you know, I redid the Gershner and a Kennedy. When you go to the fabric store, you get the fabric, but you ask them, well, you know, I want to attach this stuff to metal, and none of them have a clue what to use. And you go over to the shelf where they have all their adhesives, and there's 6,000 adhesives, and you have no clue which one to use. So I went through a few of them and returned them because it's just not right. This one is the right stuff. This is what I think everybody is using. And the nice thing too is when you apply it, it sticks immediately to a vertical wall. It doesn't fall down. Get down there. There it goes. I don't know, it's kind of weird stuff, but it works nicely and it gives you plenty of time to work with it. Get it on there. There. It's stuck. So you can work with it for quite a while. Massage, stretch, do whatever. So if you need some adhesive, Max Tacky adhesive, I think this came from Michaels. So if you need some kind of an adhesive to do stuff like that, that's the guy, just go and search for it. So that's another little discovery thing there. Last thing, oh no, it's not the last thing. Alright, these guys. A lot of times, you know, you buy just the stock 3-inch, 4-inch chuck, and you get the nice steel, hardened steel jaws with it. But I'd love to be able to have something that is softer. It's not going to mark up the material that I'm trying to chuck in there. So I was thinking, you know, if I CNC'd the end mill, then I could do all these grooves, but I'm not going to do that. So I started thinking, you know, you really don't need the slots. All you need is pins. in there. I don't know if you can see the pins or not. Yeah. So I can do the grooves, precision, not a problem on the mill. Calipered everything and calipered all this stuff out on a bunch of jaws and on the spinning part that's inside the chuck. And I got the dimensions, I guess, right on the money because I made this guy as a tester and it goes in. And when I look at this under the 10-eye loop, I can see that it's getting marked on every single peg here. And the neat thing too is someday I'm going to build a whole set of these. I can put it in this way or I can flip it around and put it in this way. So I can have two different types of faces on it. So there's an idea for somebody. If you want to try making your own jaws, you don't have to do grooves. You can just put pins. And with DROs, you can put those things exactly where you want them to the thousands. So, future project. That'll be nice. Was that it? Soft jaws, meters, makeup. The last thing was when I got the mini lathe. Of course, it came with the 3-inch chuck. Yeah. Oh. And so I bought the 4-inch, and I had the 3-inch spare. And I said, well, what can I do with that? I saw on YouTube this thing, and a guy was making all kinds of stuff with it, and I said, oh, that is awesome. I want that. And I didn't know what it was. So I started trying to figure out, you go on Google and you type in all kinds of different things. You go on Google Images. Finally, after a couple of days, this is a Spindex. I don't know why anybody doesn't say what it is, but I guess. So if you're looking for one, look for a Spindex. And originally, I had machined this aluminum plate here to go onto the chuck, but I originally was putting it on this side, and I don't know why. But yeah, I was getting some run out because it would tilt. So not too long ago I realized, hey Dave, dummy, just put it on this side. It's really easy because now you can put your collets in here. Well, actually I have to take that off because you need to put the drawbar in there to tighten up the collets. But this is a lot more stable now. This doesn't move. So this is really fun to do things. Make knobs, because I put stuff like this in here, and then you can take the ball driver and you just go and rotate and make really cool stuff out of it. So this was on Amazon also, like usual, and it was pretty cheap. I kind of remember around $50. But when you get it, you got to really kind of rebuild it. I mean, this was nasty, or resurface that, sand this. It was completely frozen up. I couldn't rotate it. So I had to take it all apart and try to soak it and things and get it all nicely cleaned up. So this is nice. I like it. So I think that's it for my discoveries. Hope you enjoyed it, and see you later.